my name's Aaron with Exterior Pro Roofing here in Southern Indiana at our shop. And in this video, I want to introduce to you guys the idea of on-site roll forming and what it is. On-site roll forming is the idea that we're going to take this machine and we're going to take it to your job with the coil and we're going to roll form your standing seam metal right on site. So that's why we call it on-site roll forming. This is a roll former. We're going to take this truck, haul the coil, go to your job, and roll the panels out right on site. Now there's some very big advantages to on-site roll forming, and that's what I want to talk about today. Advantage number one to doing an on-site roll forming situation with your standing seam is that we can roll form standing seam panels for your roof full length. So whether you got a 20-footer or a 250-footer, we can roll form these standing seam panels and have zero seams. So a lot of these buildings, you'll see these cinch straps and seams with screws down them. So those are points of failure in the future, even on the standing seam roof. With this style of production, basically on-site production of your metal, we don't have any seams. So if these panels are 20, 30 footers, we're going to roll form them on the ground and send them up. It's not a big deal. But let's say you do have a 250 footer. How are we going to do that? Well, we're going to unbolt the machine from the trailer. We're going to pick this machine with these 4 pockets. We're going to lift it up to the edge of the roof. We're going to take our coil and we're going to take these jacks mounted here, crank this machine at the angle or pitch of your roof, and we're going to lower it down to right where this panel comes out, lays flat on your roof, and just comes straight up. So we can roll out monstrosity panels all the way up full length from the eave, from the gutter, straight to the ridge. There is no place that these things can leak. Another advantage of the on-site roll forming is that we get the panel length that we want, when we want it, how we want it. So we can, let's say we're going to do a building and it's over a solid deck. We're going to tear off that building, set our trims, run high temperature ice and water. We can measure right from our ridge right to our eave, get that measurement right there, and then make that panel right there. That's a little hard to do when the building's not tore off, there's no trim set, and you're just ordering. So what you have to do if you don't have an on-site roll form, you have to have more waste. You have to order a longer panel so you can cut it down. So our crews don't cut down metal. We set the trims and then we roll form on site exactly what our guys need. So we have less waste and we get a faster install. Probably the third big advantage of having an on-site roll former is the pricing. And how that affects the end user, the customer, is if we incur a bunch of freight, that freight gets passed on. But we don't incur a bunch of freight because we can make long panels right on site. We're not trying to ship 65 footers on a stretch truck and only roll them at certain times of the day with stake cops in front and back. We don't do that. We don't need to do that. We'll mount the coil. We'll run 65 footers right on the job site. So the freight of those longer panels can add up to be thousands and thousands of dollars. And we just don't have that cost, so that cost never gets passed on to you. Then we buy our coil by the foot, the linear foot. We mount our coils with the forklift here and we make them. So our overall pricing, we're not buying finished panels either. We're buying coil pricing and we can pass those savings along to the customer. So really, the technology has improved to the way that these panels can be roll formed right on your job site now. Quick, simple, easy, and in our opinion, it's the only way to go.